Welcome to the Wing Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Rachel.
And we've got Lucas Henrich here from Lucas Henrich's Events. Lucas and I have a little bit of history. We're both DJs. We've both been to Midwest DJs live up in, or for me, down in Milwaukee, for Lucas up. So he resides in the Midwest here. I've heard Lucas talk on panels before. He even presented at, what was that, NBA? Wedding
Yes.
NBA. And him and I had talked about customer service, marketing, and all that fun stuff before he went and did that. So we thought it'd be a great idea to get Lucas on a podcast here. A little bit about Lucas is he just went through a rebrand from, what was the previous company's name?
Previous company was Sound Express DJ.
Sound Express
Service.
DJ. Now he's Lucas Henrich's Events.
Yes.
You can look him up on social media, Facebook, website, lucashenrichsevents.com. He's out there. He's everywhere. He's Lucas. Jumping right into this, Lucas does personalized weddings for fun-loving couples, as he calls it. He travels all over, so you can always hire him for your DJ for your next event.
Yeah, welcome, Lucas.
Thank you so much, Chris, Rachel. Thank you. It truly is an honor to be here with you guys.
Cool. I'm excited. I can't wait to talk. Yay!
We hear that nervous laugh over there, Lucas.
No, it's great. I'm super excited. I'm humbled, honored.
Cool. So tell
Hopefully,
us
we
a
can help somebody.
or just us. Actually, you could just help us. That's fine too. So how long have you been a wedding DJ?
I've been a wedding DJ for 10 plus years. That's industry code for old as dinosaurs. So, no, but 10 plus years is great. My tenure stretches all the way back to high school days in 1990. And we used to DJ school events and fill in for different companies doing weddings, and finally caught the bug and went professional with it. And just, we just fell in love with it. Fell in love with making one special day for a special couple uber amazing.
That's
And then
awesome.
it kind of caught on and snowballed from there, if you will.
Very cool. And you have your own love story now too.
Yes. Freshly married, and Jess and I are very lucky, and she is my muse. I am happy to say that for our couples that lots of ideas what would make her go, oh, yeah, that's what I try to do with our love stories. Whenever we present those, I get to present a couple's love story. I run them by Jess, and she sat in on both of the love story workshops that we've attended. And so she is the first one to tell me, don't believe that. No, try this differently. Just stop. So we rehearse every one. So she is the toughest critic. So I think that's one of the reasons why it was such a good success here of late. That's, it's tried and tested. We're in the office for up to 20 hours rehearsing a couple's love story before performance.
That's awesome.
So that's, it's tried and true. And she knows how to evoke emotion. So
That's great. Yeah. Oh, for sure. And you guys go way above. I mean, people think of DJs sometimes as just, pushing a button, and that is totally not what you guys do. Like, not even close. So
just hit play and then.
Right? Yeah. Like, if you want people like crying and emotionally invested in your wedding, like Lucas is the guy to call. So
Crying in a good way, not that we played the wrong song or we were supposed to have this and we didn't bring it.
Right.
No, I'm joking. Crying in a good way. And I showed her what we did one time, just in the garage practicing, mixing, and she goes, "Oh my God, there's a lot more to it than that." And I think Jess got her eyes opened up that there's more to DJing than playing Spotify or just hit play or just go to the next song on the playlist. And there's a little science to it, a little bit of talent involved too. So.
Absolutely. Very cool. So I mean, obviously you've had to deal with lots of customer service.
Yeah.
What is like a tip that you would give people when dealing with customer service for an entrepreneur or small business owner?
Absolutely. Stop saying customer service. No,
okay.
No, that,
our whole month is shot.
No, I'm joking. I'm just busting
Now
chops.
we're going to move Lucas's podcast to the last week of August or last week of July here.
Right when everybody turns on.
He's not up first.
No, I think that's the most archaic term anymore is the customer service. Obviously, everybody wants to give good customer service. Everybody. If you don't, you won't be in business very long. But now it's the XCS. It's the exceptional customer experience, and that's kind of what we're moving towards. If you think of Southwest, you guys fly as much as anybody, but Justin and I travel all over the country and the world. And when we flew down to Cuba for just a real quick story here, we flew to Cuba and we had a layover in Fort Lauderdale, and when we were on our way back from Cuba, we had a 4-hour layover in Fort Lauderdale. Well, just didn't get a chance to see the beach. And we wanted to take an Uber to the beach, but we had to check out of the airport, go through the customs to get to Fort Lauderdale Beach, come back. But we ran into Southwest people. We saw the workers on the way down to Cuba. And we're so excited that, oh my God, we just got engaged. And oh my God, we went to Havana and we got engaged. And we were telling the story. Well, when we got back, we were waiting for our plane to board. And we hear over the intercom and a special announcement, all the passengers flying to St. Louis, we have a special announcement for our newly engaged couple, Jessica and Lucas. And, she looked at me and said, "Did you do this?" I said, "No, I didn't." What? I thought somebody's pulling our leg, right? But who the heck would know us in Fort Lauderdale Airport? Well, here it was the Southwest baggage handler and the customs lady who we saw on the way down to Havana. We saw them on the way back, and they bought us a bottle of champagne.
Oh.
And so in terms of exceptional customer service and exceptional customer and client experience, we're Southwest people now. Just one little thing, that's a huge thing. And it wasn't a great big, oh my God, bottle of Dom Perignon. No, it was a nice bottle of champagne that they didn't have to give.
Right.
And it wasn't a big thing. They got our picture, said it over the intercom, at 10:30 at night. And there we were, sunburnt and dehydrated and jet lagged and perfect specimens of Southwest travel. But anyway, but no, we love Southwest, and that's just one example. Everybody has their own, and that was just one example.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and now Southwest for life.
Yeah, and we do, and that's where we kind of look for vacation destinations. And we're looking at going back to Cuba, and we're only going to fly probably Southwest. Get as close as we can, Las Vegas or anywhere Southwest goes. We try to get there.
That's awesome. I love that.
Absolutely.
And we are not sponsored by Southwest. We just
not yet.
Not yet.
But we soon will be. But if they wanted to, we could work out a deal. No, but anymore with the hyperconnectivity that everybody has, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or whatever it is, everybody's connected. Everybody knows at least one person, 8 people, 150 people, whatever, that we're all so tight with each other. We might live on different corners of the country or the world or whatever. Industries, Chris, you know as well as I do with the DJ industry and the people that we travel with, everybody's connected.
Oh, yeah.
And that goes everywhere. So something little, a surprising delight for your client, have a human interaction, have a human experience. And that's the great part of this. It doesn't have to be something big and grandiose. It could be a bottle of $8 champagne or a sparkling wine. It can be a candy bar. It can be a dozen Krispy Kremes or these amazing smoked wings on Buffalo Wing Day or whatever it is for your client. It can be something simple. Make it human. We're all humans at heart. We're not customers. We're not clients. We're humans. Mm-hmm. So that was like the longest answer to a 5-word question. So
I love it.
I'm sorry.
No, I love it.
Apparently you haven't heard Jason Spencer talk.
Good dude.
That's another DJ joke here. I'm sure I'll get a message in my messenger from Jason after this goes live.
That's okay. For everyone at home, I'm just laughing, pretending like I understand the jokes. So if you're lost, we're lost together.
And this is why we don't edit this. Straight from the hip.
Yeah, it's raw and it's real. We love it.
Awesome.
Of course. So going on to the next question here. Lucas, how would you handle a disgruntled customer?
Absolutely. That's actually a great question because we all have them, right? To whatever level that we have. I mean, whatever you didn't meet the expectations, you didn't, whatever failed, whether it's money or it's goods, whether it's a service, whether you said something and you didn't do it or didn't come through with it or something happened. Obviously, the first one's own up to it. I accept everything. That's what I do. I was blessed with big shoulders, so I accept everything. At a wedding, at a corporate event, whatever. The food's late. The photographer's doing this magic shot. We can't rush this because of the sun. Whatever it is, I own up. I own everything. So success or failure, I win it all. I win all the responsibility. So and it's blunt, honest. I'm sorry that didn't come through. I really botched this. And just the other week, it actually happened that the anniversary dance for a wedding we were doing was very important to the bride and groom. And at 9:00, when they had their first dance, it was starting to become very, very late, and the photographer was ready to go home. So it was my call that we're not going to do the anniversary dance. We don't have time because your photographer's leaving, and they won't have time to take the pictures of it. So we have to, and we're done at 10:45. So we only have an hour and 45 minutes left of the candid shots, the shots that you wanted to make sure that we talk about in our planning sessions. What's important to you? An anniversary dance, super important. I got it. Problem is that it's after dark in the Midwest in the summer, and the old folks that were leaving that would have won the anniversary dance were leaving. So that's my reason for cutting it short. And it just wasn't going to work. And obviously, it didn't make everybody happy. We were supposed to do this. It's on the itinerary. I got it. It's on me. I made the call. But here's the reason why. Over half your guests are gone. Yep. People that would have won it, that you wanted to have the picture with in a big group shot, they're not here. We can't hold them here long enough. Next, yes, and. So I think the answer to that is own up to it, be responsible, be the go-to person, service before self. And I want what you want, and that's to have this amazing time, this amazing event, this amazing outcome for you. How are we going to do that? We can still keep moving forward. We still can. And that's what is, be able to think on your feet. And even after the sale or after the product is in the customer's hand that fails, own up to it. This is a one-off. This is just one of those things, man. And to handle the rejection, to handle the conflict, takes a little grace and finesse, especially now. This thing broke. Okay, it broke. But what's the next step? I'm sorry that happened. But I'm gonna try my best to make sure that doesn't happen again. Yeah, it was bad, yes. But it won't happen again. Personal responsibility.
Exactly. They want to find out what you're gonna do. I mean, are you going
to
correct it? Are you just going to blow it off? Be like, whatever, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. Saying sorry goes a long way. And then backing it up, give them a reason why. Give them a few. I mean, in business, thank you for coming to us with your concerns. This is what we're going to do. This is what you'll see our company do. This is what you'll see me do. They want, most people don't come out and say anything. Honestly, 99.9% of the time, you're not going to get feedback. Sometimes you'll get good feedback. Sometimes it'll be bad feedback. Honestly, all feedback is good in business.
And it's a lesson either way. The 5-star review, the 1-star review, it's a lesson either way. It's a great system or broken system.
Right.
And that's even kind of when the rebrand happened. That's what was missing, I think, with our business, that there wasn't that face. I could hide behind the umbrella. And Rachel, I think you and I talked about that as well, that I want to step out from this umbrella and this facade that was the Sound Express DJ. And it's still in business. It still is. We're still in booking events under that. But for the ownership of it, it's not what Lucas Henrich's events is.
Right.
And we took more of the Kaizen approach with the Japanese after the bombings happened in 1940 to rebuild. We took that small continual improvements and really from stem to stern, bottom up, what's one thing that we can do better? Everything. And the customer experience, to step away from it, to change focus, to change perspective. And that's what really helped us grow and define what customers that we're looking for, and our clients that we're looking for now is really we're attracting some really fun people.
That's
real
awesome.
Fun loving people that I hold this directly to our approach that we took and the exceptional customer experience and the client experience that we're trying to create.
That's so true though, because if you set up those expectations of like, you know, hey, if you book us and work with us, we're going to give you this exceptional experience. You're just going to keep attracting people. And what a great way, instead of throwing money, into like marketing all the time, hoping you're going to get great clients, investing that money into the clients you already have to make sure that they're marketing for you. When you create that brand loyalty, you're going to have generations of customers.
Absolutely. And then they're going to tell, and you know, we're not for everybody, and that's fine. It's the money. It's not the people. And, you know, we're finding ourselves 5 to 10x higher in pricing than the local competitors. And they're not even competitors. They're friends. They really are. But yeah, there's something for everybody. And we're not for everybody. I don't want to work for everybody. I want to work for the people that want to work with us. And, you know, really with the partnerships that we want to create, we invest a lot of time with our clients. They become friends. And you're not going to do your friends wrong.
No.
You know, we grow up with these guys, and you know, they buy their first home, they have their first child, they have a new dog, they buy a new truck. I want to know about this. And that's our last step that we approach is the in touch. After the wedding happens or after the event happens, I don't want to be a one and done. I want to be your friend. I don't care if you refer me on. If you do, that's great. I'm extremely humble. I'm extremely honored. But with the in touch, I want to stay in touch because it never stops, right? And so, you know, we've even had a bride 2 years ago. She named her son Lucas. Oh my God! Of course, it was after me. No, it was a great name.
Does Jess know?
Taking notes. If I have another son, name him Lucas.
Yeah, it's really weird. I have the same first and middle name. Wow.
That's awesome.
No.
I love it. So now you're talking about being friends with your clients too, which not a lot of businesses have that opportunity. Do you feel like it's authentic to be friends with your clientele, like on Facebook and other social media? Like, or how do you go about like interacting with them? Like, do they see a limited version of your profile, or are you just you in front of everybody?
Yeah, that's such a great question, because it's, you know, you're in a crossfire all the time.
Absolutely.
But with Lucas, it's what you see is what you get. You know, I'm a dad with, you know, a chubby dad, 5 with gray hair. That's kind of my silver tinsel is year round anymore.
Yes.
But
experience.
Yes, that's what it is. Yes. My silver threads here. No, but they see wholesome. I think we don't post anything too outrageous, I don't think, but it's all about family and, you know, about our friends and the places we go and the things we do and stuff that kind of comes up, you know, the struggles in the real life and, but I am who I am, and Jess is who, you know, we are a team. And, you know, again, she is my muse, and our kids, we love our kids, and there's obviously not enough hours in the day to spend with them, but I wouldn't be anywhere else but with her and the 5 babies.
That's awesome.
But to be friends with your clients, yeah, absolutely. We're not hanging out having, you know, beer and bratwurst parties every weekend. No, but we celebrate anniversaries. You know, we usually try to take our 5-year couples out for a dinner and reminisce. You know, whether we just had one where we recorded their practice dance session. They didn't know how to do their first dance. And so from archives 3 phones ago, thank goodness for iCloud, I sent them with us, went to dinner, and we showed them their practice first dance right in our office.
Oh.
So, what's that word? And they were like, 2 pigs on roller skates there, but it was so funny to reminisce. And then their kids could watch that too. Their 3 kids are watching. Oh my gosh, there's mom and dad. Where are we at? Well, you're not in the picture yet.
Yeah.
But that was something special to share. So to be friends with your customers, and again, it's the human experience.
That's amazing. I love I love seeing the little things, pictures and stuff pop up in your news feed of like the couple's portraits and like, oh, he's actually still thinking of people.
Yeah, it's in touch. It's not just from that last touch. From if it's a wedding, that last final picture, everybody's sweaty and one big shot. But it's staying in touch with them. Again, I want to know. I want to know. We've had fathers of grooms pass away. We've had tragic experiences. I want to know. We'll show up. We'll send a card. Show you care. Not that hopefully they can refer business or we're staying top of mind. No, because we're humans. Be human. But again, I'm single op, so I can have that a little more careful and care fully than somebody that's in a different multi-op facet. Again, the longest answer to a 5-word question, so I'm sorry.
I'm enjoying this. That's good. So, in your opinion, is customer service important when working with your clients? How do you scale that as far as your personal time too? I mean, obviously you can't dedicate 20 hours every day to every single client, but where do you draw that personal line too?
Yeah, that's tough for me. That's actually a very, very difficult thing for me because I want to be there. I want to go to bat for our customer. And our business coach Kara, she even said there has to be some boundaries. You can't just give all the time. But that's my nature. I have an answer, or I'm going to get an answer for you because you're asking me. So I'm going to move heaven and earth to get that answer for you or to make this happen. There definitely has to be some boundaries. And whether that's an email at 4:30 in the morning, which has happened, yes, or a text or a phone call, yes, that has happened, yes. It's tough to set boundaries, but definitely there has to be some limitations. Whether that is no emails after 6:00, or we have late office hours is what my happy medium. My compromise is we have late office hours on Wednesday night.
Oh, okay.
And that is 9:00. And then once the door shuts, we're done. No more. And that's tough because I'm still thinking about it. And I'll address it in the morning. Yes, there will be a morning. Okay. Yes, we'll just go and walk away. And it's really tough because we have certain couples that are military couples or they're different time zones. In that their schedule is not our schedule. And so when we're flying to a different event, wherever that is, we have to take all that in consideration too.
That's really good. I have a personal boundary for myself. I actually don't allow myself to eat at my desk because it forces me to leave I have a home office. So it forces me to leave my office and go see my family. Basically. I know that sounds really stupid, but just sitting at great. I lose time. I'm upset. I love my business. I'm obsessed with my business and, love working and creating Ipsity 360. It's been amazing. But it's really hard to pull myself away and to say, I need to be done and walk away because it's fun for me. And I'm hearing that from you too. You're if I just had 5 more minutes, I could plan this whole other thing for the grand entrance. And
Oh yeah, once the creative juices start
Yes.
moving, and it's amazing, right? So we got this. Oh, I'm sorry, real quick. I know we're pressed for time here.
No, you're
But
fine.
we got this. We just worked with this couple that the couple's amazing. I mean, like, just you can just tell these guys are rock stars. And so really I got to come through something big for him. And without letting, I hopefully they won't hear the podcast. But anyway, he walks in a Hooters hat, the restaurant Hooters. Again, not sponsoring the podcast here, but we'd like to. I said, "Oh, that's neat. You like?" And his favorite driver was on the side, Chase Elliott. I said, "Oh, you're a big Chase Elliott fan?" He goes, "Yeah. Oh man, dude, that's my man. That's my guy." So, what do you like about him? "Oh, dude, this guy's the best, man." Okay, so I'm guessing you're like a 10. This is a bromance. I got it.
Yeah.
So right now we're exhausting our resources at Hendrick Motorsports to have to accommodate his man friendship, his bromance with Chase Elliott. So we're trying to move again heaven and earth for this one couple that's really going to set their wedding apart.
That's
their
amazing.
special event.
That's amazing.
And they're Batman and Batgirl. That's them.
Yeah.
They personify Batman and Batgirl. So they're coming in to Batman and Batgirl like the old Adam West.
Okay.
The old school, not this Michael Keaton garbage or Val Kilmer garbage, Christian Bale garbage. No, they're keeping the original. They're keeping OG.
Got it.
And so they're coming in. I said, "Man, how much fun can we have with this?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can do whatever you want. I said, No. You don't understand. Like, I'm going to completely go off the rails with this. Make it like amazing.
Yeah.
Look, just do whatever you want. Just let us know. Oh my God, I totally see this happening. When you guys come in, the bridal party's got to come in, but they're the villains, right?
Yeah.
And so when they're the villains, the bat signal goes up as a monogram. You hear the screech of the Batmobile come in, and then holy hell, here comes Batman and Batgirl, right?
That's awesome.
What? We can do that? I said, yeah, everybody's going to love this. But then we got to get like the cool uncle or the cool cousin or somebody. You got to have a fight, or we're going to stage the fights so the photographer can get the pow, and hold up a great big sign like in the old days when Adam West, the original Batman, when he would hit somebody, it'd go pow or slap or kapow, whatever it is. But you got to have that sign. Right? Great big sign. Like, we can do that. I said, you can do anything you want. I don't care. If you let me play, that's 3 minutes. Give me 30. We're going to turn the rail, take this thing off the rails for you.
Yes.
And that's the first 5 minutes of the night. So that's really out of the box thinking. Again, they're humans. And this is something that, we came in to Batman this one time. Tell me more about that. Just digging a little bit, and a simple observation. You like Chase Elliott? Yeah. What about if we do this?
Yep.
And we can do that. Heck yeah, we can try.
Right.
Worst they're going to say is no, or pay me.
Yeah. Right. Then it turns like
Shake
you don't
that
have
money
to
tree.
Yeah, you don't
I
have
heard
to
it
show
grows
up.
in Wisconsin.
Yes,
I've heard it.
If you find
I've
it,
been up
let
by
me know.
y'all.
Deep in the North Woods.
Oh yeah, up in the beautiful hills of Appleton. where it grows.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Yeah, and thinking to ask those questions is huge, because those are the experiences that we're creating for our customers that one, no one else was willing to do, and two, that they're going to remember for their lifetime.
Exactly. And Chris, you might be able to speak to this, that nobody will remember what song you played. You got married in 2019, you got married in 2020. Nobody's going to remember that we played Uptown Funk and We Are Family and all this thing. Nobody's going to remember. But in 120 years, when the grandbabies or great grandbabies look at these pictures of great grandma and grandpa from their wedding, and they see this big sign saying "plow" and grandpa cracking one of the groomsmen, playing. That just seems like a really cool outcome.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one that, if every home I've ever been into, somewhere by the front door or an entrance door, there's a picture. And that picture is a major life event, whether it's birth of a child, a marriage, whatever it is, a family picture at a beach, amusement park, whatever. Every home I've ever been to has that. And I want to help create those. To me, that's an amazing experience.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And having somebody there like you who's willing to take that success or failure and be responsible for it. And, you know, hey, weddings are so unpredictable. And, right? Yeah, weddings are unpredictable. And, you know, I'm going to take the responsibility for whatever happens. And I'm going to make your timeline work and make sure that those important things you relayed to me before happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And it can come off the rails quickly. So, and that's fine. You have somebody to, yes, and even with theater training that I have, it's yes, and, you know, improv training. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That just happened. All right. Next, we're going to go this direction.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. That just happened. Oh, we're going to go this direction. All right. Keep trudging on.
The name wrong.
That's good for parenting too.
Oh man, you can do that in a lot of different moments in life.
Absolutely.
Heading out the door now, we just dropped the diaper bag. Oh no! Oh, we got to change the diapers. What?
Yep.
Joys of parenting, everyone.
Oh yes. Oh yes. So you touched on service before self. How does that? Let's just say define customer service for you, or how does that? You know, what does customer service mean, in your opinion? And we lost Lucas.
Oh no.
Oh no. Let's see if we get him back here.
And okay. I'll talk while you try to get him back. I know that we're talking a lot. Lucas is in the wedding industry, and Chris still owns Fortune Talent DJ, which is wedding industry too. But for everybody else not in wedding industry, I just want to remind you that you can take anything that Lucas is saying or anything that Chris and I are saying and apply it to your business as an entrepreneur or business owner. So maybe you're not, you know, obviously planning a grand Batman entrance for your couple. But oh, hey, Lucas, welcome back. But how can you do that, though, for each person that walks in your door? I'm a big Gary Vee fan, and so I love following him on Instagram and LinkedIn. He's entertaining. I'm not going to lie. But he talked about just going through his list of people who bought wine from him, picking a client, kind of finding out what they did on Facebook, Instagram, what they were into, and then sent this guy like a football jersey from his favorite team just as a thank you. And so it wasn't, obviously, he doesn't do that for every person that purchases wine from his company, but taking that one customer and giving them a personalized experience creates a whole fan base of customers for him, which is huge, right? So
exactly. If we can just kind of get out of our own way. If I have a car wash, I don't know. I'm just going to just go off the rails here. If I have a car wash, I'm going to try to figure out what my client, right? So I'm going to usually in a hurry, right? If I'm a mom or if I'm a dad, I'm always in a hurry, a businessman, whatever. So I want to have different segments and all that. I want to have different steps, a speedy service, a thrifty service, something. And I want to have a different experience for each of my customers. I don't want to alienate anybody. So definitely be able to think outside, creating true human experience. I think is amazing for any business.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, obviously as a small business owner myself, I would love to go to a local coffee shop and sit down and kill 2 hours. I don't always have that convenience. So being able to order a Starbucks ahead of time and run out the door and just pick it up in the line, that sometimes that means more to me than sitting down for 2 hours. You know, and sometimes I need to sit down for 2 hours and work at a coffee shop. So having those options and experience too is really great.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, we got you back here. Jump into the question here that we right before we lost you. We're obviously going uncut here, so this will make the grade. We're not polished humans, as you call it. We're human. We're not polished.
Be humans.
So
Be
this
humans.
is-
Just be humans.
Yep.
This was not staged or anything at all, but hey, it's working out here. So I've been back here.
I love it. I love it, guys. This is awesome.
It's like when you're talking to a good friend and the call drops. You're like, darn it, and you call him back. So
We got Lucas back. All right. And yes, he is a good friend of ours. We will admit that openly.
Oh,
and your check will clear, Lucas. I promise.
working on sponsorships for you guys. Come on.
Thank you.
So you touched on service before self before.
Yes.
Kind of, what does customer service mean to you?
Oh man, that's loaded. That is a loaded question. I have so many different instances of great, I'll say customer service. And I have some instances of just terrible customer service, and then even more in the middle. It just, really the Southwest thing, going above and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
When we came back from Cuba, that was amazing. Definitely memorable, totally unexpected. And that was a really touch point for us. And again, I really like to have both digital and non-digital touch points for our purchase. Whenever we send our clients through our funnel, I want to have that education, and I want to have that moment where we just kind of, okay, we're good here. Yes, both digital versus non-digital, however that lays out. But really, I want to go above and beyond, and then whatever the expectation is, okay. But then I just want to swing for the fences, and just like Ryan Braun or Cecil Fielder, just knock it out of the park. As I see, Chris has a Brewers hat on.
Hey, don't talk too much about the Brewers though, because I'm a Cubbies fan. So.
Oh, Northside girl, come on. But definitely, the expectations are the 5-star review. That's the easiest thing. You can check all the boxes, and that is just the default setting. I think everybody wants to give good customer service, whatever industry you're in. Exceptional service, exceptional, client experience. Really, even if you have employees, that's going to be major. That's really, you have to give them the tools for that. And whatever that is, I don't know, whatever industry you're in, you have to give them tools and give them the power to be able to give exceptional client experience. It can make you or break you on your company name and your brand.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Why not give them something simple to do?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a Zappos story. Everybody has an Uber story. Everybody has an Amazon story. Even trying to return a pair of Zappos shoes that were my grandfather's after he passed. After the 365-day return window, my grandma received a bouquet of flowers.
Oh.
Even after 3 years, they were sitting in the closet. And what do we do with them? I don't know. Try send them back. Well, we're gonna make this one exception. My grandma received a bouquet of flowers. They didn't have to, but that's what they did. So Zappos for life. Again, proud non-sponsors yet, but we're trying to work on it.
So Zappos, if you hear this,
Yeah. That's great.
These guys are amazing. Just throwing out plugs left and right for you. Somebody's got to pick up. It's like shotguns,
Well, go ahead.
and then customer service. You see this in those brands that we've been talking about:
Mm-hmm.
Chick-fil-A, Amazon, Zappos,
Yeah.
Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the center of their culture, their customer experience. They live it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we talk about this all the time, and they're not even paying us a dime to even say their names here. Customer service is culture now. It's what's going to drive business. I mean, Lucas, I think you mentioned you're going to Sweden or Switzerland or something like that to DJ a wedding, or you did.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you that customer service probably played a great role in that, getting you the referral,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. International DJ now.
We have a lot of friends. We're so lucky.
I mean,
very lucky.
It goes a long way.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, and it's hard too with weddings, especially back from my wedding photography career. It's hard to have people like trust you to that level, but that speaks so many volumes for you as a DJ that someone's willing to trust you to do that. And not only that client, but future clients too.
Yeah.
That's great. So if we're going to ask any of your clients about what they think about you, any idea what they'd say or what makes your company stand out?
Yeah. And that's great because we usually send out the after event questionnaire, but it goes so much deeper than, how was your service? 1 to 5. Oh, he's a 5. Great. Nah, that's just no. I really want to say that the clients will say, or at least our last 5 reviews, that went above and beyond and became a member of the family.
Cool.
And highly recommended. And those, of course, I'm paraphrasing, but they kind of just give you the keys to the wedding car or the event car, and then here, don't put it in the ditch. Oh, okay, we can do that. Because you got to think that we're going to invite 230 average, 230 guests from all demographics, all ages. It's not all 35 to 45 Caucasian males, college educated. No, you have to, be family approved, grandma approved. And I'm not going to do anything offensive. If you want me to do something offensive, probably not. Again, I'm trying to create an outcome, and that's very difficult to do. But really, the past clients are our friends. And again, I want to celebrate one day. I want to celebrate life together. We're all going on this big blue ball in space together. So definitely something that we want to do, all together. Mm-hmm. Then we have our bride tribe and, all new members we welcome to the bride tribe. And it's fun. Facebook and again, the hyper connectivity that we have in our world nowadays is so much better than when we started just those 10 plus years ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Things have changed so much. So much.
Oh yeah. Alrighty, I lost track of where I was. I know you've talked a lot, obviously, about customer service here because that's our topic. Mm-hmm. Kind of going around that topic. You've told a lot of stories. Was there anything about customer service in general that you'd like to add as we're starting to get to the end of our podcast here?
Yeah, you bet. And try to hit upon, I'm sure we've said it probably too many times, but one more time is that it'll make or break you. And operator like myself or team level multi-op or a much larger multi-op and multifaceted or international business or however that works, your customer experience will make or break you. And if you can measure it, you can manage it too. And so wherever the deficiency is or a setback is, especially as a business owner, and taking a look from the client's perspective, and that's going to be amazing. It's going to change your perspective completely. Whichever step in the process you want to go with, look at it from the purchasing, look at it from the delivery side of it, look at it from the follow-up side of it, and that's going to be what your customer sees. Because you have the course of knowledge as any business owner or manager or sales manager or whatever. We know everything. And that's very difficult for any business operator.
That's good. Yeah. And taking that time to look back at your business to see how things are really going from that customer service experience side, what they're seeing, that's hard to do. And a lot of business owners won't even do it. Or they're afraid to. because it's hard.
Yeah, because it's difficult. You know, you don't have any holes in the system. I got it. I didn't either.
Right.
When you keep getting great reviews and no, we got it all figured out. Okay, yeah, I get that too.
Yeah.
But again, with a new brand and the case on approach, small little tweak, and there's a hole in there somewhere. I promise. And the change made that from needing.
Looks like we're getting a connection issue here.
Yeah, we'll get Lucas back again. Actually, I really want to ask him how he's. I think also entrepreneurs and small business owners out there, it's hard to ask for reviews. So I want to know. I don't know, Lucas, can you hear us yet? Maybe not.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good, I think. I want to know, are you asking your clientele like to review you online, like through social media outlets or like Google or Yelp, or how do you ask that? Or do you just ask?
It's a great question. I do Wedding Wire and not reviews than Facebook. Well, some of my friends, I never said they asked for the same review, but 5 different places. To me, that just seems a little much.
Oh, hold on. Can you start over? You kind of sound like a robot. I can hear you again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. I'm going to try to mask my voice here.
Okay.
We got T-Pain here.
Is Wedding Wire. my go-to source is Wedding Wire, The Knot, and Facebook.
Oh, okay. And do they send out like review requests on your behalf, or do you have to contact the customer for those?
No, it's a great question. I do mine independently.
Okay.
Because I don't want them to review Lucas because we're friends.
Got it. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
And that's tough. That hurts. I'm not gonna lie, that hurts. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of there's a lot of pain in that. Especially hearing if you failed something or didn't come through that they saw, there's a lot of pain in that. So that's what I want. I want to get better.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and you need honest reviews to get better too, or else, if everybody's just tickling your ears, they're like, "Oh, I'm fabulous, nothing to worry about."
Yeah, it's all 5 stars. I'm amazing. Look at my reviews.
Right.
No,
right. Yeah, every once in a while, nitty gritty. Before we close out here, speaking of reviews, we would love you guys to pause the episode right before we close and go review us on whatever podcast you're listening to. Whoever reviews us, whatever rating you want to give us, we don't care, although we'd like to see at least a star on there. We will read your review live on the podcast. And we also have a book autographed by Mike Michalowicz.
Mike Michalowicz.
I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry, Mike. We have Profit First books autographed by Mike that we will give to you for free. So write a review for us, and then we'd appreciate it. So, Lucas, are there any books that you recommend, or podcasts, or radio shows
besides the Wing podcast?
But I tell you, I really like the Wing podcast. I really like them. That's probably my go-to.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's so many that I can pull from. Like you said before, Rachel, Gary V's real good. Malcolm Gladwell's, the revisionist history. I love good stories, and that's where I tend to go from, and also information. Book wise, I'm reading again Nick Webb's What Customers Crave. I love that. There's so many Sales for Event Pros from Mitch Taylor. He does a good job with that. I love Mike Michalowicz's Profit First. That's awesome that you guys actually give away a copy of that.
Signed copy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, an autographed copy? Come on.
Yes.
You won't even sign mine. That's great. I'd get Jason Spencer. Oh, no, I'm joking, Jason. Love Jason. Yeah, there's so many. And, a podcast is kind of the new black. It's definitely in, and you can find so many different ideas and touch points and just thought-provoking podcasts.
I agree. And there's so many podcasts out there, like for whatever niche you're in. I mean, there's, I actually just started listening to a podcast this week, like an exercise one that you can just take on the road with you. So you don't have to so I can do it at the park with my kids there. It's been great. Although I don't like to exercise, but my doctor likes me to.
You can tell him you started. You listen to a podcast.
Right? Proof on my phone. I downloaded it. Cool. What's the best way for people to get in touch with you? If they want to hang out with you or follow you on social media?
Absolutely. I'd love to follow up with everybody. That whoever has a question or to expound on anything, please. You can email me, Lucas at lucashenrichsevents.com, Facebook, Lucas Henrichs. Feel free. I have nothing to hide, and it's LUCAS, Henrichs, HENRICHS, events.com.
Cool. Thank you so much, Lucas. We've had fun hanging out with you. This has been great.
Oh, this has been great.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you, Lucas.
You bet. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
All righty.
It's really an honor.
Good.
Thank you.
We'll catch up soon.
For sure.